We continue our series on autism now. Experts call it a national crisis. There aren't enough services for all the kids who have it, and thousands end up waiting years for diagnosis and treatment. What's tragic is we now know how critical early intervention in autism is. But as Shirlee Engel reports, for too many families, precious time is lost waiting.
Imagine not one, but two young autistic sons.
It hits you at odd moments where you realize that your life is very different from most of the people around you.
3 years apart, Alex and Nathan are dramatic examples of how early intervention can make a big difference. Though Alex showed signs at 15 months, he spent almost 3 years on an Ontario government waiting list for treatment.
With my younger son, Nathan, we were old pros at this time. He was diagnosed at 21 months and 2 weeks later had a full program set up.
What did you do today?
That's only because Jennifer and David McIntosh refused to wait yet again, paying $37,000 a year for private care. They had to ask family for the money, but say it was worth every penny.
Alex is in a segregated program, has continuing communication, social problems, whereas Nathan is in a regular kindergarten class and does very well with children his own age.
All right, come on.
Alex does have more challenges to begin with, but experts agree the earlier autistic kids get help, the better. Recent studies suggest signs could start as early as 12 to 18 months.
We can actually change the way that their brain is developing, and that increases the likelihood that they'll get onto a developmental trajectory that's more typical. Green.
2-year-old Maggie had no words at 18 months. Her parents had private insurance cover early speech therapy.
The anxiety that we went through in just the span of a month was overwhelming. Had it gone on for a year or more, I don't know how we would have coped.
Precious time is lost between when parents first recognize the signs and when kids actually begin intensive therapy. 9-year-old Alex may need costly help for the rest of his life. Early childcare programs that focus on social interaction could help, says this expert.
I think we've got to really be more flexible and think of this as a whole suite of interventions from the point where parents get concerned all the way into adulthood.
Jennifer McIntosh now runs a website for parents of newly diagnosed kids, hoping to save them the time she spent navigating a confusing system.
But the numbers have just kept growing, and there hasn't been the expansion of the system to keep up with it.
The system may be provincial, but the problem is nationwide. Tomorrow we'll dig deeper into what politicians and the autism community are doing to try and improve the odds for 1 in 88 Canadian kids. Donna?
We look forward to that. Shirlee Engel, thanks.